On behalf of the U.S. Palestinian Community Network, we are so happy to celebrate the formation of the National Boricua Resistance, and specifically our friends at the Chicago Boricua Resistance, officially launching after 3 years of organizing work in the diaspora. The Chicago Boricua Resistance came together in 2016, conceived from indignation over the current economic and humanitarian crisis caused by U.S. colonialism, to develop and support strategies of resistance from the diaspora. CBR began organizing against the debt crisis in Puerto Rico and the PROMESA law, which creates an appointed fiscal oversight board that controls the restructuring of debt. Puerto Rico has been a colony of the United States for 121 years. Puerto Ricans have always organized against the U.S. occupation, from uprisings led by the Nationalist Party in the 1950s to the movement that ousted corrupt Governor Ricardo Rosselló, with protests that mobilized nearly 1 million people, a third of the island's population. Puerto Ricans in the diaspora have faced national oppression through police violence, displacement, and economic disinvestment. Boricua Resistance aims to unite these movements for decolonization and independence in the diaspora and in the archipelago. We, as an organization working for the liberation of Palestine, intimately empathize with the Puerto Rican struggle. We stand in fierce solidarity with those in Puerto Rico and the diaspora facing repression from U.S. imperialism and colonialism. We too are an occupied people and understand all that stands to be lost under occupation, be it culturally, politically, economically, and the effects of not having agency while living on your own land. Our political leaders have been under similar attacks by the imperial war machine, whether it manifests as COINTELPRO or Israeli intelligence programs. We are honored to celebrate our siblings in struggle as we build the future of a free Puerto Rico, a free Palestine, and a world rid of white supremacy, colonialism, and imperialism writ large. Mabruk and felicidades to Boricua Resistance. We'll see you in the streets.
What up, Boricua Resistance Alliance? This your girl, Benji Hart. I'm an educator and organizer here in Chicago. And unfortunately, I'm traveling this weekend. I'm really sorry that I can't be there with y'all in person. But I just wanted to shoot y'all a message to say thank you so much for the work that you're doing. And thank you so much for the vision that you're putting forward with this national alliance. Chicago Boricua Resistance has already done so much important work. And I'm sure folks that are coming from other parts of the country and the world are doing equally fearless, visionary, and necessary work. So I want to thank y'all first and foremost. But I also want to say, as a Black artist and educator living in Chicago and a member of the Black diaspora, organizing ourselves through diaspora and making demands across borders, across nations, across governments is so important. And I don't just commend y'all's efforts in building that kind of a foundation, but I also want to acknowledge how much the Puerto Rican people have already shown us how to do that historically, but also in this moment. I truly believe that the global shifts that we need and that we are in the midst of facilitating, because they're already happening, won't just include Boricuas, but will in so many ways be led by Boricuas. So we are all looking to you. We are inspired by you and fighting alongside you against police and state violence and repression, against capitalism, against climate change, against all the things that we know folks on the island and in diaspora are facing. So I want to show y'all so much love and so much appreciation, but especially the Afro-Boricuas and especially the queer and trans Boricuas, because I know y'all out here and I know y'all leading shit and everybody else is just waiting for their instructions. No tea, no shade. But real tea, I am someone who is looking to you all and who sees my fight as tied deeply to your fight. So thank you all so much. More power to you. May the rebellion that your people are in the midst of continue. May it not stop with the resignation of one dickhead, but may it continue until Puerto Rico is free. Love and power.
Hello, Boricua Resistance. Sending a warm solidarity message of deep gratitude, deep respect for all of your work building power, building leadership, building capacity to fight for the people across the diaspora and across the world. I'm grateful for being in this anti-imperialist struggle together, for your leadership, and for all of the work ahead. Looking forward to continuing to build and win alongside of you. Thank you, Boricua Resistance. Sincerely, Danielle Marilyn West.